I design using Google SketchUp. So we design my tents, and then once I made lots of changes. Once I'm ready and I feel like it's a good one, then I go ahead. I make one per winter. That's a hobby, right? So it's all in there in the table. When I have 5 minutes, I just go sewing a little bit. At the end of the winter, I have a new tent, and at the end, every trip has different needs. So if I go with my wife, I'll bring a different tent. If I'm a place that is really windy, I wouldn't use that kind of tent on the island of Newfoundland. It's just too windy. But if you go in Labrador and Quebec, that's fine. If you go in parks in Ontario, that's just wind is not an issue at all.
So your distant relatives must have been voyageurs. I mean, what you're doing is incredible. Right? You sound like a voyageur from Lake
Well, bugs is the main issue. Bugs is always the main issue. So if you have an issue protected from the bugs, you're fine.
So what would you use to protect yourself from skin from bugs?
Okay, well, I have one outfit that does it all, right? So it's all a base layer. It's always white because if it's too sunny, I don't put sunscreen. It's not good. I just use a base that is white, and it goes all the way up. So if it's really warm and sunny, that's all I will wear. Then a second fleece that would be black. Gloves, always gloves. Protects you from the sun. It protects your skin. If you have blisters on your hand and you're paddling for 30 days, it's the worst thing ever. It will never heal. So you need to have gloves. And with the bugs, it's just makes things much easier. And on top of everything, I will have just I'm not sure what you call it, but it's mesh. It's just a mesh that goes all around my body except my hands. So I'm like an astronaut. Like this bugs can get to me anyway.
Would you have mesh on your face?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but that's in July. If you go in August, at the end of August, that's perfectly fine. But I keep end of August for my family, for my little daughter. We go in parks and in a bug-free season. And when I go to my home, I go in the season. I'm teaching, so I have 2 months off. So I go in the bug season on my home. That's it.
Dave,
Yes. Oh, sorry.
have you done other trips in Labrador besides this?
I always start in Labrador and end up in Quebec. So I go on both, right? Yeah.
There's a really nice river, we searched a few years ago. It's around St. Augustine, so we left because the weather was bad. We left Goose Bay right down this river. It's a big long river, runs up to St. Augustine.
So you've done the St. Augustine River?
I guess some of it's probably names, I don't know the names of it. Went for close from Goose Bay down to the coast, I couldn't believe it. It's a pretty flat river too.
Oh. Well, yeah.
There's an airfield halfway down if you get in trouble too.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a mine or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's like all the region here, it's, if you go south in Quebec, there's logging, lots of logging. And as soon as I see there's logging, I'm just not interested. I want wild river. So, of course, you can go northern Quebec. There are many rivers there that will certainly do in the future. But for now, like all the rivers here are very interesting. That long river here might be good, but there's a party that have done it. It's called the Petit Mécantina River. It's very long, it's 600 kilometers. But there's a canyon by the end that is very hard to portage. There's a party that used 7 days to portage it. Very difficult terrain. That's the only one I will never do, for sure. But the rest, it's yeah, you got many rivers there. Like the Moise River is really nice. I've done the Magpie River, amazing. Just beside the Magpie River is oh my God, what's his name? Another river I would like to do, Natashquan River, really nice. There's a 300-kilometer long river with sandy beaches, very few portages to do. Amazing. So this is all an area where there's no logging, and plus there's a railway that brings you up. So all of my rivers I've done using the railway, except one that we flew because of time issues. But really, with the railway, it's amazing way to bring you upriver, and then you go down to the ocean, and you can get back to your car. So very easy to shuttle. Yeah.
Dave, have you found yourself running low on food on any of your trips, or do you still have a little left over at the time you finish?
Yeah, well, when I started canoe, I always had way too much food. It's always the way. And then I started to calculate everything. So it's easy. What I do is I just weigh it. If you have mainly dry food and with extra fat, you go hard on fat, low on carbs. 2 pounds a day is plenty. So I just weigh everything. I just guess, there should be about 18 days. Then 36 pounds of food should be enough. It does well to me. I mean, I never ran out of food. One trip with my wife went a little bad because she got sick in the middle. So we had to wait 3 days in the tent to see if she would get better. But along the way, there's always cabins. Well, in that part, there's always cabins, and you might find food there. So in the worst case scenario, you fly out. So it's not a big deal. But if you bring too much food, that's hard on your back. And it's as I do more and more trips, I just get stuff out, so I have less stuff, and that makes me feel much better. I just feel free. That's it. If you do a voyage and you have like a pile of gear and you just do trips to bring back your stuff, like you just feel like a stuff manager. You don't feel like a traveler.